seem to be firing on all cylinders offensively. David, what is the biggest difference between Week 1 Oregon and Oregon since?
They weren't playing Georgia. I mean, that's pretty simple, right, Des?
There you go.
I mean, the best win in that span is Washington State, and it was a shootout, and they came back actually to win that game. But I think we still need more. We still need to see more. But Bo Nix has played well. That's a difference.
Yeah.
He's ran the football really well.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to wait and see and find out if Oregon really is truly coming out of the water a new man.
You mentioned the Washington State game.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that game and thinking, okay, this is over. Oregon's about to lose. And I think they scored like 3 touchdowns in like 3 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, you saw the character and the resilience of this team, and they started to believe. Because once you know, David, when you have a first-year head coach, it's kind of hard to get everybody to buy into what you're selling. But I think at that point, everyone started to really buy into Dan Lanning and his coaching staff and what they have been selling, and they just took off from there, man. That was a great win for the program.
That was a hard win. I picked Washington State as my super dog that week.
Oh, man.
It was a tough day for you, too.
That one hurt.
Tough day.
That one's tough.
Tough day at the
I'll tell you what, that
David.
BYU game when they bounced back, too, and they took BYU behind the woodshed. I mean, they spanked BYU.
Yeah, exactly.
They massacred them.
BYU ain't been the same since.
No.
So they've shown some resiliency this season. Caesars Sportsbook has the over-under in this game set at 70, and that might not be enough for these two offenses. The Ducks rank in the top 10 nationally in points and yards, while UCLA ranks in the top 10 nationally in yards per play and converting on third downs. Both are averaging more than 40 points per game and more than 500 yards per game. So it sounds like defense might be the difference in this one. David, which defense is going to make at least one play more than the opponent on Saturday?
I don't expect a lot of defense, period, in this game. I just don't. I think the over-under is that high for a reason. But when you look at UCLA, they've made plays when they've needed to against Utah. I mean, I didn't say I'm not going to say they dominated Utah, but they beat them pretty good. They made plays against Washington. This defense has come up big. Right. They blitz a lot. They come from all different angles. So I would think I would take UCLA's defense.
I tell you what, it's interesting because that video came on with the UCLA game against Washington. That's the game that instantly comes to mind because don't forget, going to that game, Michael Penix Jr. was like one of the guys everybody was talking about. He was on fire, and they neutralized him. I mean, they had 2 interceptions in the first half. They had a tremendous game plan going up against Washington. I think that they're going to come up with the same game plan against Oregon. But Bo Nix is on fire, man. I think Bo Nix and this offense there right now, they're one of the hottest offenses in all of college football. So it's going to be interesting. But they got some ball hawks back there for the Bruins.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.